Alright, let's talk beaver tail on a Gen 6 because a lot of people keep asking me about it and I am lazy and don't want to keep texting people. So, stock Gen 5 17, right? As you can see, when I hold the gun, look at that. There's no space on my hand. Also on the undercut, no space. Fits well. Yes, I get Glock knuckle like everybody else. Fits well. I have a bunch of space on my where my support hand can go. This feels good. I like a Gen 5 grip. Gen 6. So obviously everyone knows now they have a beaver tail, they have an undercut, they shorten the grip from here to here, and then the trigger pulls further to the rear. These are all complaints that I have with it. So look, beaver tail. As you can see, I don't fully interface on the beaver tail. So beaver tail is already a wash for me. Here, it's kind of hard to see, maybe if I zoom in, but now there's a space from that undercut because they didn't clean up. Most people in the undercut, they kind of flatten this part out so that you don't have this little hump like where my thumb is. Yes, they undercut the grip up a little bit, but guess what? The hump is still roughly in the same spot. So if you get Glock knuckle, you probably are going to keep getting Glock knuckle, but it will now have a space in the middle for me. Now, and this is a really weird, very, very individual complaint. Since they made this distance shorter, when I pull the trigger here, I actually get tennis elbow because now when I pull the trigger, it pulls like all the way back to the rear and my finger touches the other side of the frame, like so. I actually get tennis elbow in my right hand. Shooting Glocks, I get tennis elbow in my left hand, sport hand. It's happened all the time. It's something I've gotten used to. My right hand, kind of weird. Definitely not used to that. That being said, also, anybody who's asking about that could be like, oh, why don't you just put the medium or large backstrap on that comes in the gun? Well, the issue is on the old guns with the beaver tail attachment on the back straps, you don't. It's all flat, right? Like it's continuous amount of material. With a medium or large back strap, now a ledge forms right here, and I get a hot spot in my hand, like right here. So overall, a lot of the changes, especially in relation to the grip, I don't care for. So I'd rather just get a Gen 5 or continue shooting the Gen 5s I have. This is essentially no monies to me. Boy math, traded in a gun, got it for free, you know, all that jazz. Oh yeah, thumb ledge. I got short ass thumbs. My thumb doesn't fit, so again, irrelevant to me. But that optic mounting is very nice. I do like it. I'm using a factory plate. I will continue to use a factory plate until either the lugs shear off, the screw breaks inside, or something like that. So yeah, hopefully that answers a lot of people's questions. Overall, I think it is a good upgrade in the right direction. I shoot Glocks a lot, obviously, if you follow this Instagram. So if you don't, I think if you already have a Gen 5 Glock, especially if it's an like an done up or custom Gen 4, Gen 5 Glock, I would just keep shooting that. It's perfectly fine the way it is. If you are one of those guys that's like, oh, I've never liked a Glock because it's never fit my hands well, this is probably going to be the gun for you. We had probably close to 10 or 15 people all put their hands on it in the last 2 days, and it's pretty much an even split. Some people are like, it's nice, it's not an upgrade from Gen 5. Some people are like, I've never been able to hold a Glock until this one came out. So if you can, put it in your hands first, see how it feels. That's all I got.